Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW Dragonflight and our Void Elf Warlock playthrough. Thank you guys for clicking on the video and choosing to spend some of your time here with me today. I appreciate it, and I hope you are all doing well. I decided that I want to keep questing here in Westfall for a bit, and then maybe we'll do like the classic trifecta of Westfall, Duskwood, and maybe some Red Ridge, but maybe we do something completely random after Duskwood, but yeah. That is what we are doing today. I had a driver update, so let me check a couple of settings here to make sure that we're still good. Aha, yeah, I always know when it downscales me, so I play with the render scale at 200%, which basically ups the pixel count without having to actually be in a higher resolution, and for some reason when I update drivers, it tends to reset a bunch of my settings. Let's see. Okay, everything else looks good. Much better, and as you can see, I did change the look of our character a little bit. I mentioned I didn't really like the Dark Elf, Dark Hunter look for the Warlock, so I did give us a little bit of a change. So I think we start over here, Captain Sanders' Hidden Treasure, and then we'll work our way down this way, although we might have something to pick up in Sentinel Hill if we want to head down there first. Maybe we do that. Maybe we kill this coyote. I really would like to get it so that the nameplates appear when we're in combat. Last time I checked, I didn't see that option. Let's see. That's not what we want. Yeah, I'll have to look into it a little bit more. There is a way to do it, obviously, because we can do it in Classic, so there's got to be a way. They changed all these options when they did the UI update, and now I have no idea where any of the options are at. And they did add like a clever little search bar, and that's fine. The search is absolutely fine, but it's not what I want, and what I want is the old menus back. I want an option to have the old menus back, basically, because I can't find anything. Can't find anything the way it is now. Oh, vertical sync's disabled. Yeah, they changed all of my graphic settings. Are changed. Hang with me for a minute here, guys. I need to fix some things because it's just not looking or running like how I need it to. I wonder if this has ray tracing on by default now. Maybe that's what it is. There we go. That's running a little bit better. Let's go with that. Alright, so yeah, we could actually head back to Sentinel Hill. I think there was one quest there that we didn't actually pick up. I wasn't certain if we were going to keep questing in the same area or if we were going to go somewhere else. So, before we do anything else, we will head over to Sentinel Hill. I will also remember that we have a mount, because it's retail, and we get our mount at level 10. So yeah. Sorry for the rough start, guys, getting back into things here. We actually just got home today from our tent camping trip, so I don't think the term isn't jet lag. We'll call it tent lag. I'm tent lagged. So things are just a little bit off today. Here, let's do this. Maybe... Oh, there we go.
Need help? Light bless you.
We have a camp near Moonbrook for quite some time now. One of my best soldiers works the area along with a company of Sentinel Hill troopers. Report to Captain Albert now and find out if he has any news about the happenings in Moonbrook. Another ally of mine is also at the Moonbrook camp. His name is Thoralius. I met Thoralius in Northrend during my time in Valgard. He is a wise and powerful shaman. Perhaps his abilities could help us solve the mystery.
For the Alliance.
Okay. I think I remember Thoralius from Northrend.
Greetings. Be careful. Go with honor, friend.
I do not have a target.
The material of this bandana is identical to the material found at the Furborg murder scene. You should collect more red bandanas as evidence and return what you find to Captain Albert. I feel like the next two clues here are going to be inside the buildings. Oh, and there are lots of enemies in the buildings. I wish I would have thought to come in here before we got all the items we needed. That would have been really good. Because now we're going to have to fight a bunch of them anyway. It looks like up. Or maybe not up. I don't know. The directional marker is 30 yards out. 30 yards would not actually be in the building. So maybe if it's not up here, it's behind the building. Oh no, it's right here. That was not... I don't think that was quite 30 yards, was it?
I require a target.
Light be with you. Be careful. Go with honor, friend. For the Alliance. Light bless you. For the Alliance.
Alright, talent-wise, what do we want to do? Well, we don't have a lot of choices. We can do Demon Skin, or we can do Fiendish Stride. Reduce the damage dealt by Burning Rush. Okay. That could be okay. I mean, I wonder why we would really want to use that instead of simply mounting up. The only thing I can think of, unfortunately, is to keep up with 5-man groups. To keep up with, like, mythic runs. We might pop that, like, in a dungeon to keep up when the tank is running off to pull 30 mobs. That's really the only time I can think that I'd really want to do this, other than just, like, mounting up. You guys let me know, what other uses does this have besides, like, running away in PvP? I could see, although running away at the cost of HP in PvP seems a little bit risky. Other than that, yeah, just keeping up with the tank and 5-mans. That's all I can really think of. I'm sure we're not, like, suspicious at all on our Void Strider. Yeah, we fit in here. Just a high elf hanging out. No big deal. Every time I see these little cutscenes, I'm actually really surprised that none of them were voice acted at all. This is, like, such a big part of the, like, original Westfall lore. Like, it's an actual continuation of the story of the zone, which you don't get to see anymore, so I wish some of these had been voice acted. Or that maybe they'd go back and add some voice acting to it. Maybe if they do Cataclysm Classic, maybe they would go back and they'd voice act some of this stuff. That would almost make it worth it, just to hear the voice acting. They added fake crowd cheering, but they didn't add voice acting, so it's a little bit jarring. The crowd just starts cheering. We were just at an American sporting event, it turns out. So, yeah.
King's honor, friend. Go with honor, friend. Light bless you.
Open your heart to the light. Remember the lessons of the past.
And thanks to those of you who pointed out that we turn purple because it's actually the Void Elf racial. Your damage and healing effects deal an additional 5% as Shadow Frost, which is actually a really powerful racial, so that's awesome.
I need to target something first.
I feel like we're supposed to be following somebody, but I didn't see an NPC. We need to be in the Dead Mines. Okay, so all we have to do is get to the Dead Mines entrance. And yeah, I totally know where that is. Yeah, absolutely. I can get there all on my own without following any NPCs, obviously. Well, here we go. We found a use for it. It's indoor movement speed. Indoor movement speed. I also think I could have just jumped down back where we passed over the bridge. That might have been a faster way to go, because now we're kind of looping back. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, we have to use the item. Let's try to do that inside the instance. Oh, there we go.
None may challenge the Brotherhood. Lapdogs, all of you. Fools! Our cause is righteous. The Brotherhood shall prevail.
And now we have to find our way out, which is probably going to be a little bit more challenging. Ah, this is not the way. Yeah, we don't need to go to the undead area. That is for sure. Let's try hanging a right up ahead. It's deceptive because it looks like it leads down deeper, which you would think is what we don't want. But maybe there is a way. I don't know. We could hearth out if we have to. Oh, here we go. These guys are heading out. Oh, no, he did it in about face. This guy just walked all the way down here. And he's clearly, you know, not doing his job. He's just pushing this cart around like nobody knows. And he's walking back and forth. He's not doing any work. Look at him. In a bit, he's going to turn back around. I thought we were following him out. Here we go. Question. Oh, we must have lost our Void Walker when we went into the dungeon. Okay, let's do this. And let's do a little life drain here to get our HP back. It's really crazy how powerful life drain is for soloing. If all you did was life drain, you could probably just never get killed by an NPC. Not while leveling. Alright, so what is next? Yeah, let's go back and report. We could do this stuff over here, but let's see if this sends us over to the west at all. Oh, we have another flight point here. I was about to run the whole way back. We don't have to do that because it's retail. I am gonna hit up the vendor though, and we'll empty the inventory.
I supply only the finest goods.
Oh, you have items too.
Be careful.
How are you? Safe travels.
It's really crazy to think that it was Cataclysm that added all of these flight points, and they're so close together when you think about it. Like, the fact that there are 3 flight points in Westfall is really crazy. It would be cool if, you know, having the 2 would be really nice. Obviously, it doesn't really make sense for us to have a Moonbrook flight point in vanilla, but yeah, 3 flight points, it's a lot. That kind of thing is why most people feel like Cataclysm began the more retail-esque area. We're no longer in classic type of thing.
Well met.
Because of big design changes like adding so many flight points.
For the Alliance. Be careful.
And now in Cataclysm, I can't remember originally what level you had to be to get your mount, but it might have been level 20, level 30 maybe? Rise of the Brotherhood witnessed. Okay, I guess we're just standing here for now, watching a little roleplay. Oh, that's right, that's right. I like how we're sent in to get Van Cleef's head as the quest in Vanilla era. Like, we're sent to get everybody's head. Get their head, bring it to me. She actually references how he was decapitated by the heroes. Which is, you know, obviously pretty disturbing. Which I think we've all thought at one point or another when we put a head into our bags. She stunned everybody, but we are not stunned. We are just kind of loose. I can see my Void Walker ruining a bunch of thumbnail shots. Absolutely just ruining them. Alright, everyone is still, you know, not feeling too good.
What can I do for you?
I wonder... Oh, here, she's not done talking yet. That's the problem. Oh, they're burning the place to the ground. He told us to go to Stormwind, but I don't know if we actually get a quest to do that.
King's honor, friend.
I don't know if that actually happened. It definitely didn't happen. That's the end? Oh no, we did get something, but it had us talk... Who did it have us talk to? Oh, it says Grand Admiral. So in the dialogue, he says, tell King Rin. But, you know... Yeah, I guess there was a Rin on the throne at the time. But there's not a Rin in Stormwind anymore. That's kind of the weird thing, right? Like, you could do the Cataclysm Time Walking, and Cataclysm Time Walking lets you do any of the starting zones, you know, that you want to, and you can do them all the way to level 60, which is really cool. But the Cataclysm Time Walking, I don't think it gets you into like the Stormwind Cataclysm version. Like the Cataclysm version of, with all the right NPCs and stuff like that. I think we're still just in the retail version of Stormwind. You know, where like Anduin's been king, but now he's gone. Which makes things kind of weird.
You need something?
I have an important message to deliver. It still just takes us to the flight path. That's funny. Alright, well let's go do this and we'll see.
Have a good one.
The game really wants us to check out the trading post as well, so maybe we'll do that while we're there. That house we could see back there in the hills, is there any way to get up there short of flying up there? I think I'm gonna go check that out once we have flying. I've never been back there. And I don't think there was any way to get to it besides flying. Which begs the question, why was it ever there to begin with? One of you guys knows why, and you will educate me as to why. I have faith. Alright, let's go learn about the trading post so that this can clear off of our map. That would be wonderful. Did they put it in like a really silly spot? Is it out on the canal area? Yes, it is. It's kind of a weird spot.
Welcome to the trading post. Always a pleasure. 'Tis a good day for a bit of buying.
I mean, they do have some really cool stuff on the trading post. That's true. Look at this. It's awesome. Nothing really for, you know, a warlock, though. I'd like that they have, like, sets that look really cool. Vagabond's Violet Threads. Oh, is this a hood and cloak combo? That's actually really cool, and yeah. I'm gonna grab that a lot. I like the look of that. It looks like an actual cloak with a hood. That's awesome. Yeah, we've went from like immersive playthrough to trading post shopping, I know. This one's really cool too because I love the scarf look. I love the layering and textures to the cloth pieces. So I'm grabbing that one. That's gonna match like something we have on eventually. See, the traditional cloaks I could do without. I don't even like showing them. Oh yeah? That's how they show that one off? Well, that's something. There you go. Alright, I think that's
May
good for
the
now.
winds be in your favor.
Alright, over to Stormwind Keep we go. When we get like a robe or something that matches, then we'll try out some of those capes. Right now, it didn't seem like it was going to look very good with the tunic and trousers we got going on. Yeah, see, the quest said he said to talk to a Rin, but there's no Rins on the throne right now. Nobody's there. It's Tyrellian. So we are talking to the Grand Admiral instead, which is really strange.
See you around.
And then I wonder if she just says the same lines that Varian would have said. I will deploy a battalion of soldiers to Westfall at once, but the Defiance Brotherhood reborn, an old threat to the kingdom is renewed. Hey, we get a good staff, so...
Farewell.
It's the House Rin staff. Like, she just happened to have this. Okay, so we're going back.
Safe travels.
We're going back to Westfall. I could have set the Hearthstone there. That would have been really, really smart.
Come, shop, browse. Smell.
I don't know why I have this set. Maybe this is something else that I picked up at the trading post a while back. What is this? Vestments of the Honored Valajar. Yeah, that seems like something we might have picked up off of the trading post. Okay, so this, and then what else? There was the hood, which is going to be... Oh, I can't do that yet. Okay. So for now we won't bother with any of it.
Greetings. Go with honor, friend.
I wish it would kind of keep... You know how we bought the helmet and cloak as an ensemble? I kind of wish it would sort those in the sets as well. Like, you can look in your sets and you can see any ensembles you've purchased. That way you don't have to find them individually for the back and head slots. I'd like to be able just to click the ensemble and just have it be there. And yeah, it's just an added layer of laziness. I want to click one button instead of two. Two buttons instead of four. So we're losing at least one button click, I think, is the idea. Oh, the skybox changed here because everything's burning, yeah. This is actually what the sky looks like when everything's burning. Now a lot of us have actually had to experience this firsthand. Yeah, it actually looks like another planet when the atmosphere is full of smoke. So yeah, there you go.
Need help? For the Alliance.
5 years of work burned to the ground in 5 minutes.
Light bless you. Go with honor, friend.
I'm pretty sure we came back here just so he could send us on the Red Ridge. Is that what happened? Did that happen? Oh, we could do this stuff too. So we could go on to Red Ridge. We have 2, but let's go ahead and take care of some of the other stuff here. We will head over to the hidden treasure first, and then we'll head down here to the lighthouse. I guess if you just wanted to do like the MSQ of Westfall, that's where it would stop. You would follow that thread over into Red Ridge. It's really too bad that we don't get sent to take on the pillagers anymore. I'd love to return like the favor in retail and like 2-shot them to death. Probably be 3-shot, but yeah, they've 3-shot us before. I feel like it would be only fair. We probably don't want to pull like a bunch of Murlocs. Maybe we just take care of this guy.
I do not have a target.
Let's have a look at talent points. Are they not going to let us do that while we're in combat?
Target.
Yeah, apparently they don't want us to do that while in combat, which is kind of annoying. That should be my choice whether or not I'm going to risk it by having the talent menu up and doing talent stuff while I'm being, you know, hunted down, but okay. Let's have a look. Backdraft. Your next, or conflict, it reduces the cast time of your next incinerate. Okay. Right now, I've been incinerating first. So I'd have to do that in the opposite order. Oh, Chaos Bolt or Soulfire as well. So they want us to conflagrate first. Okay, or Havoc marks a target with Havoc for 12 seconds, causing your single target spells to also strike the Havoc victim for 60% of the damage dealt. So, like, some cleave action, basically. Mayhem, your single target spells have a 25% chance to apply Havoc to a nearby enemy. I like the passive one so much more than the thing I have to cast. If I think if I took this at all, I'd have to go here. For now, I think I might go here. On this side, we just increase Rain of Fire. So this is kind of like our AoE route. Let's grab Rain of Fire, I think, just to have it, right? Don't we want it, like, in general? Because we're gonna have to do some AoE. We might not spec into, like, the progress of it. Maybe we go backdraft next. You guys let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys about the specs, the options we have for destruction specs. Because I think I would like to stick with this spec for a while and start to learn it. So I'm curious what you guys think when it comes to the talent choices. Oh, these actually pick us up and drop us, which is bad. It turns out it's bad. Ground clutter, ruining the game since 2004. Let's see if we can turn the ground clutter down just a little bit. It doesn't look good up that high, and I don't know why it's up that high by default here. Ground clutter. Let's tone it back. Let's go like something more classical with it and run with it like that. That's gonna be a lot better for me. I knew I don't want ray traced on. That was the problem I was seeing. So yeah, so the ray trace shadows, they don't do anything for me. I don't think they make the game look better. It does nothing to improve how the game looks in my mind. I hold to the fact that it's better to run with the normal shadows in WoW because the ray traced ones don't do a lot for actual like visual fidelity, and it works your machine so hard to do the ray trace stuff in this game. It's just not worth it. It reminds me of when they first put shadows into the game back in TBC. Suddenly one day, there were all these fancy shadows. And, you know, they didn't necessarily, to me, make the game look much better at the time, but what it did do was it really slowed down performance. So yeah, maybe one day I'll see enough in the ray trace shadows to want to run with them, but for now, no. And then I can turn the regular shadows up to ultra high. Again, I don't see a lot of difference there either, but we'll leave normal shadows, non-ray traced, ultra high. Now I have all my settings back. Yeah, I really wish that when I did an update for the NVIDIA drivers that it didn't reset my WoW graphics settings. It's really troublesome. I know it's probably trying to like optimize what it thinks my rig can do. There might be a way, maybe there's a way for me to disable that. So that it doesn't do that. That would be nice. Oh, it's just an instant cast. And it just costs the 3 soul shards. There's no cooldown on it. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. I like that it's not channeled or cast, that you just lay it down and then you continue on with whatever rotation you're doing. Super cool. Alright, so we got the shirt. I've seen the shirt on a human male. What's the shirt look like on an elf? It looks like a shirt. Big surprise. So we will be selling that. Alright, where to next? Yeah, it looks like we're going to be headed all the way down the coast to the lighthouse. We can kind of angle ourselves to get back to the shore. Pretty strong chance of being dismounted here. I think I'm going to head up top where I can aggro less murlocs. Alright, less Murlocs and more Gnolls. Okay, both of those are pretty bad. Let's just try with the Murlocs, and maybe we get super lucky and we don't get dismounted, although I usually get dismounted more in retail than I do in Classic. And I guess they sell mount equipment now, though to tell you the truth, I don't even know where I would go to equip mount equipment. And there are items that make it less likely for you to get dismounted, which is probably why the chance to get dismounted is so much higher. But yeah, I've never equipped any mount items. So there's that. We might just get murdered by spell damage before we even get there. It's entirely possible at this point. Alright, so far these quests are entirely unchanged. Except for maybe his position on the island. I think he used to hang out over here. And now he's hanging out over here. Because God forbid a player walk by and not see him and then give up. You know, they'd actually have to come up here and look around the side of the building a bit. So yeah, they moved the quest giver in Cataclysm, but I don't feel like either of these have changed. Then again, unless there's a follow-up, they might have cut a couple types. I think we used to need the shore runners that are all the way up here. So maybe they did alter it. They probably made it a little bit easier, I bet. Alright, talents. We're back over here. I guess we're grabbing one of these. We can do Fell Impact, reduces the cooldown of Fell Domination by 30 seconds, don't care. And Demon Skin, your Soul Leech absorption now passively recharges at a rate of 0.2% of maximum HP every 1 second and may now absorb up to 8%. What the... I hate talents like this. Because, yeah, that doesn't mean a lot to me, okay? My Soul Leech absorption now passively recharging at a rate of 0.2% of maximum health every 1 second and may now absorb up to 8%. Like, if you're a new player to World of Warcraft, and maybe to MMOs in general, and you read this talent, you're just gonna say, what? And you're gonna go look at a guide on Wowhead, and you're gonna find out whether or not you should pick this. Or, if you're just totally unfamiliar with how WoW is played, you're going to say, okay, yeah, I don't want that because I have no idea what that means. So yeah, we're going to go somewhere else. We are also just not going to take that because I hate talents like that. This one is kind of similar, but not as bad. When Soul Leech absorbs damage, 5% of the damage taken is absorbed and spread out over 5 seconds, reducing damage taken by 1.5%. Yeah, okay, let's... Yeah, and the thing is, I need to know where I'm going, I guess, to decide where I want to go now. That's kind of the problem with these talents, is that ultimately you're going to want certain things for your build. And you have to plan out your moves, essentially. So it almost, by its nature, necessitates that you look at a guide. Which kind of sucks. And the original talent system wasn't like that. The original talent system was easier to understand. You could read the abilities and you knew what they were going to affect. They didn't often reference stuff that you didn't have access to yet, which I feel like is not the case anymore. And you didn't have to, like, now you have to know, like, what side do you want to go down, and that's, like, another thing. That's, like, another point of friction where, like, a player might have to look at a guide. So, yeah, I like the revamp of the talents, but there are things about them that I don't like. And there are lots of talents that are very wordy and very mathematical and not very interesting. Basically is what it boils down to. Like, yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to take, so I'm just going to take stuff to open up some of these next ranks here. And that's how we're going to do that for the Warlock tree. This stuff over here makes a little bit more sense. It's probably more directly impacting our combat. But yeah, I'm not really... So far, like, the overall class trees, I'm not a really big fan of. Because I feel like the best way to interact with them, I feel like, is just to look at a guide. And I hate having that feeling in a video game.
Too far away.
Alright, and with that done, surprisingly, that might be everything here. We do have the breadcrumb to Red Ridge, but I feel like that's an actual breadcrumb that's going to take us to the zone and keep us there. I don't think we'll be coming back to Westfall. Seems like we cleared all the quests really quickly. Let's just run over to Moonbrook here and see where we can fly, since we haven't properly bound the Hearthstone anywhere useful. Although from where we have it bound, we can get to Stormwind pretty quickly. I just don't know if that's any better than just going to Moonbrook. I think we already have the Red Ridge flight point. Why we have the Red Ridge flight point, I really don't know. We also have the Duskwood flight point, so that's a little bit strange too. I don't know if maybe they must just give those to us. Or maybe we got them because we're a Void Elf. I don't think we had all the flight points, but we definitely had some. We'll take a look at what we have and don't have. But it's probably an allied race thing. Now, back when allied races were introduced, the level cap was 120 during BFA, so what level did the allied races start at? Did the allied races come in at like level 20 at that time? I don't remember. Let's see what flight points we have.
Hello.
Yeah, so it looks like what they did was they gave us flight points that like up to a level 20 character might have. We have Thelsamar and Loch Madan, we have Dunmorrow, we have the Eastdale Logging Camp. There's a lot of flight points down here. And we have Darkshire. And then if we could zoom out, which I apparently can't do at all. in retail, I have no idea how to control the map in retail. That's hilarious. You used to right click and then it would zoom the map out. Mouse wheel zooms in, which is really cool, but mouse wheel doesn't zoom out. I am just completely baffled. There we go, we got it now. Okay, I see. It's working fine now, it wasn't working before. And then in Kalimdor, we don't have any of the Night Elf flight points, it doesn't look like.
You need something?
Let's take a jump. Let's go over to the logging camp. Humorously, okay, we don't have Red Ridge. We have the logging camp, which is right on the border. But it has to fly us to the Red Ridge flight point and then turn around to actually get where we're going. So, figure that one out. We will come over here since this seems to be where they're leading us. Yeah, I'm kind of fine with doing Red Ridge and Duskwood and seeing how far that gets us. Westfall got us about, well, it got us about 8 levels. So we can probably expect something similar from the next 2 zones, which will get us around level 35 or so. Maybe a little bit more. And then I'll look at some of your guys' suggestions, and we'll pick a place to go after that. But I think doing like the classic trifecta would be good to get the character going. The other good thing about doing the earlier leveling zones is that, like, from a gameplay standpoint, there's lots more quests to do. And they're typically closer together than some of the later zones, so there is also that.
Off I go then.
Greetings. Farewell.
Alright, we're not actually doing that quest. I just started taking quests, so let's go ahead and we'll abandon that one. And we'll move on with our lives. We could do it. That's the thing, is like you could do it and you can get great experience for it, but we will continue on with the thread here and we'll just push forward into Red Ridge. And then I'm pretty sure that Red Ridge will lead us into Duskwood eventually, so maybe we just follow that all the way through and we'll do the trifecta and then we'll figure out other places to go. What I think of places I'd like to see post-Cataclysm, I kind of think I want to see South Shore. Because pre-Cataclysm, the Alliance doesn't have a lot to do there. But I bet in Cataclysm they added a bunch of stuff and kind of evened the zone out a bit with the Horde, so it didn't feel like a mainly Horde zone. Also in Classic, you go there on Horde as like level 23, but you can't really quest there on Alliance until around level 30, so it always felt really weird to me. So I'd kind of be interested in seeing South Shore. Maybe we'll check that out after the first 3 zones we do.
Hey there. See you around.
Light be with you. Be careful. Light bless you. Go with honor, friend. Well met. Be careful.
I must get closer. I'm out of range. I need to target something first.
I want to finish up some of the questing over here before we really go chasing the rest of the objectives for the gnolls. Although, you know, maybe that's not the way to go about it, but, you know, we're already back here, so let's go ahead and we'll wrap up the Gore Tusk, and then we'll turn these in. Then we will head back out. Now it says there are Gore Tusk in this area, but yeah, there were a few earlier. We killed them and they never respawned. We've seen them in other places. The game doesn't mark any other places in the quest tracking, which is hilarious. But yeah, we've seen them in other places, and in fact, we're gonna have to get them in other places because they're not respawned over here. And there were only 3 spawns last time. And all I see up right now are spiders. So yeah. Interesting. It looks like we'll be chasing down the further objectives after all. Here we go. Here's a boar. Way outside of any quest track.
I require a target. I need to target something first.
We're definitely gonna kill a giant spider named Knoll Feaster. That's disturbing. Oh, he's got a lot of HP. Let's hit him with a Chaos Bolt, see how he likes it. Okay, he took it like a champ, actually. Oh, and he's got buddies. Oh, that's gross. This teaches how to summon a pet tarantula. That's the last thing I've never wanted. There we go. A pet tarantula. Okay. I guess that's actually a pretty cool reward for killing a named guy, especially for people who like to collect the pets and stuff. I've never been much into collecting mounts or pets. The trading post, though, honestly makes me kind of want to get into, like, getting mounts and stuff like that. Because I've seen a few pretty cool looking mounts on there. I like mounts that look good but aren't too, like, immersion breaking. They aren't too flashy, they actually fit with the world. Some mounts are a little bit too much.
Good day to you. Have a good one.
So, I still want to use the Void Walker, right? We can summon the Succubus or the Incubus now. What determines who gets summoned? You know, right now we're summoning Sayad, which I assume is the Incubus. It definitely is. And so that's cool. How do we change what it summons? You would think the tooltip would say, you know, summon Succubus or Incubus under your command, and then it could say, you know, to change this, so on and so forth. I think for now we probably want to stick with the Void Walker. As cool as the Incubus is. But you guys let me know, what pet should I have out?
What can I do for you? For the Alliance. Light bless you. For the Alliance.
Alright, for the talent points, I think we will take Backdraft and we'll try to switch this around a bit. So we want to Conflagrate first. That's going to reduce the cast time of our next Incinerate or Chaos Bolt or Soulfire by 30%, maximum 2, so 60% if we do both of them. The alternative is that we go into like a heavy AoE build, and I don't really want to do that. So yeah, we're going to go there. And I will fire this off first, I guess. It feels weird to fire it off first. In my mind, it makes more sense to do like your long cast first and finish with your instant cast. And that's how I would typically play a caster. But yeah, we'll switch it up and we'll fire this off first. I guess the good thing about it is that it gets the Void Walker in right away. So we're not casting and casting while the Void Walker's kind of doing nothing. The Void Walker will run in right away. So that's the good part. Alright, let's head into town. let's not forget to grab the flight point. I like checking out the command boards in every town because the command boards all seem to be very random. This one offers us Searing Gorge, Blasted Lands, or Terracar Forest. And the weird thing is, like, we selected the Cataclysm Time Walking. We talked to Chromie to follow that up. And every time now we've been given a Burning Crusade option for as a place to level. It's so weird. I wonder why that is, or if maybe the command boards are not in sync with your time walking campaign. That's really all I can think of. Because yeah, it's really strange.
Good day to you. Safe travels. See you around. See you later.
Need help? Go with honor, friend. Be careful. Go with honor, friend. Light bless you.
Alright guys, this is where I am going to take a break here for today. I'm going to park it in the inn and we will get a little bit of rested XP. And then we will pick up right here next time. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you. And as always, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we'll see you back in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.